According to a June Pew Research Center study, close to two-thirds of all American churchgoers claim that their parish clergy have spoken about political or social issues during a religious service. And even some say a particular candidate has been endorsed or condemned from the pulpit.
Because in theory, the clergy should not talk about politics, should not skew people, but of course they talk about issues that affect people and talk about issues that are in the end political, and so even indirectly they do talk about issues.
Thus, the issues mentioned during church services often are perceived to be on the religion and political line, including religious liberty, homosexuality, abortion, immigration, environmental issues, and economic inequality. Half of all who attended church services since the spring heard specifically about religious liberty. At Catholic churches, almost 40% have heard homilies on this matter, compared to 31% of white Protestants and 32% of black Protestants. Also, Catholics were most likely to have heard about abortion from the pulpit.
In the United States, it has been said that religion has a very strong conservative hold on private values, things that affect the individual, so abortion and so on. But for instance, on environment, they're more liberal. So on public issues or on issues related to poverty and social justice, they are more liberal, and on private issues, they're more conservative.
Still, 14% of all churchgoers heard their preachers speaking out about a particular candidate, 6% in support for Hillary and 1% in support for Trump, whereas the largest group were black Protestants, with 28% having heard support for Hillary and 2% heard voiced support for Trump.
I think that when you vote, you should think that the person, maybe you could even have a different religion, but if that person is honest, if the objective of this person, the program of that candidate president, is in line with your beliefs, are not necessarily religious beliefs, but moral beliefs, more generally.
As such, priests and pastors of other religions would arguably have a right to preach about moral and ethical matters from the pulpit, and even encourage their parishioners to utilize their right to vote. In fact, as head of a state, Pope Francis openly speaks about human issues and rights involving moral decision-making, because he is looked to as a voice for the church, like many pastors are in their own parishes.